That's the gayest leap I've ever done to grab a phone. So, DACA. Well, I'm a dreamer. I've mentioned that a couple of times. But there's a lot that kind of goes into being a dreamer. A lot of misconceptions about what it means to be a DACA recipient. So, that means that I was not born in this country, and that I was not brought here legally. So, I was born in Mexico, Guerrero, Mexico actually, and I don't remember anything. I don't know anything about Mexico. I can't really relate to the country much. I don't know its people. It's hard for me to really sit here and identify as a Mexican citizen, though I am a Mexican citizen, someone who's Mexican, because I don't know the country. I don't have any memories of it. I couldn't tell you anything about my childhood and the 3-4 years that I spent in Mexico, and that's because we all tend to forget our childhood. So yeah, I was born in Guerrero, and I'm actually gonna I'm actually gonna pull up a little map so that y'all can see where this actually is, because I still have a hard time actually. Oh, those are the lights that I'm using, and the music I was playing. Because I still have a hard time actually kind of grasping the idea of where I was born and what that really looks like. So, this is Guerrero, Mexico. Wow, I really need to get my pronunciations together. So here we have Guerrero. So this little spot here that you see, where can we zoom in on it? Okay, there we go. That is Guerrero, Mexico. So it's way south there in Guerrero, and I can't remember off the top of my head what city I was born in, but that can be for a later video for sure. But that's it, y'all. Isn't that crazy that in there somewhere I was born, but then look at me now. I am over here, not over there. I am over here in Austin, Texas. And Austin is the only city that I have ever known. Texas is the only state that I've ever known. The United States is the only country that I have ever known, period. And with that, I am very thankful to the Obama administration for having signed DACA. So DACA is an executive order, which means that it is not the law, and that means that anyone being any president can take away DACA should they want to, and well, we know what happened. Let's go ahead and break down some DACA misconceptions that you but maybe you didn't even know yourself. So let me grab my phone real quick from right over there, because I am using a news source from, I forgot what the article was, but anyways, I'll be right back with my phone. I'm back. So, first misconception. People who are protected under DACA are criminals. Well, if you think that, you are 100% wrong. And that is because to be a DACA recipient, you do have to have a clean criminal record, because there's a long application and vetting process, all of that, and fees associated with it, to where there are a lot of people out here thinking that all these quote-unquote criminals are being given legal status, and legal status is such a vague term that also confuses people. But no, DACA recipients does not mean that there are a bunch of people out there with criminal records who might be unsafe for society or whatever, given the right to work legally in this country. No, chill, relax, y'all. Another misconception, that they broke the law by being illegal. Well, I was 4 years old, and I do not remember being 3 or 4 years old thinking, let me go break the law. Let me go cross into the country illegally. And this is something that I had a hard time dealing with, and it's because I was so upset with my parents, and I was like, why did you do this to me? Why didn't you go through the legal process, this and that? And I was just so upset at them, and I actually moved in with my parents for a few months, and that's because I really wanted to, introduce myself to them again, because it'd been a minute, and there was a lot of healing there that I needed to do with my family when it comes to DACA. And it was a great experience, having moved in with my parents for a couple of months, or a few months, more than a couple. And that's when I really honestly forgave them for what they had to go through, because they also gave up everything to come to America, and that is a sacrifice that I cannot understand, but now it is a sacrifice that I am so appreciative for. So yeah, no, I don't remember being 3 or 4 years old thinking, let me cross into the United States illegally. So another misconception is that DACA recipients don't do anything for this country, and to be a DACA recipient, you have to either be in school or keep working. So we are contributing to this economy. A lot of us are really out here trying to get an education as much as possible, really do everyday things, and that is a great benefit of DACA, because we get to give back, and we're not stealing jobs or anything like that. We have to apply to jobs just like anyone else does. We have to go through writing cover letters, resumes, recommendations, whatever that looks like, and no, we are not taking your jobs at all. We have to go through the exact same hiring process and deal with all of that you have to deal with as well. So it's not easy, y'all. Job market's not easy, and DACA and Dreamers are doing the exact same things that you are, just to get a job and give back and make an income. Hello, we have to live. This is one that is also very frustrating to me, that people think that DACA recipients get to go to college for free. So my college experience has not been your typical 4-year college experience, so I went to University of North Texas for a whopping semester, and I was like, nope, not for me. I moved right back to Austin, and I started working, and I've been working nonstop now, and I've been able to live a comfortable life because I've worked very hard. But college has not been free. I have always paid out of pocket, and that's because I don't qualify for any kind of federal, what are they called? FAFSA, federal financial aid. That's the word that I'm looking for. Financial aid. There is TASFA in Texas, which some Dreamers do qualify for, but no, being a Dreamer and a DACA recipient does not mean that you get to go to college for free. If anything, it's a little bit more expensive, but you can get scholarships for sure. Like for sure you can get scholarships. But for a lot of people, it's very hard to keep working and having to pay for your own way through college, as has been the case for me. I'm still in community college, taking my time. I am in no hurry. I am doing just fine, and I'm doing just fine. But I will graduate. I will do one thing, is I will graduate, because my parents have worked way too hard and pushed education on me way too hard for me not to finish college one day. So this is one that actually really bothers me, is that people think that I don't pay taxes, that I'm working and I don't pay all these taxes, but yeah, I have to pay the same just taxes that everyone else complains about, and that is just not something that I'm exempt from. So if anything, I'm paying for Social Security taxes and Medicare taxes that maybe I'll never see back in my life. Who knows? I mean, immigration is a hot button issue, and Congress has yet to get it together, and hopefully they do, because I am kind of exhausted. For the close friends that I've had in my life, they've seen the ups and downs and me having to reapply, and the fear, and every single time I thought it'd get easier to reapply for DACA, and that's what I thought. I'm like, oh, it's just gonna be easier, fine, I've done this before, but it's kind of just been turmoil recently, to where I'm like, is DACA still a thing? Is it not? The immigration courts and just the court systems, and it's just very confusing to keep up with everything across the board surrounding DACA. And yeah, no, it hasn't actually gotten easier. If anything, it's gotten harder, because I feel like I have to give up more in my life, and especially nowadays where I moved into a new apartment a few months ago, where this is kind of the first place I've really felt like home. My friends are just, I'm flourishing right now, and I love everything going on in my life. And then there's this whole legal thing also happening behind the scenes that a lot of people don't get to see until now, where I'm exposing it all, because it has not been easy. I really do go out and smile and just make it seem like everything's going right along with life. Meanwhile, I'm falling apart sometimes in my room with everything, and I just run to my friends and I see the little things that I have to do sometimes, and I'm just like, y'all, please understand what it means to be a Dreamer and a DACA recipient, because the more visibility there is around people like me, the more change there actually happens. That is what I have about DACA. Y'all, maybe you learned something new, maybe you didn't, and maybe I made this issue a little bit more real for you. And if you've known me throughout the years, however long it's been, and now you know, well, hi, yeah, I'm here, and just living my life, being a Dreamer, and I'm really proud of that. I was always kind of like scared to talk about it, but now I'm like, I'm really proud to be a dreamer. It has shaped my entire worldview, and I can't imagine being anything but a DACA and a dreamer, because it's just helped develop me in so many ways. And if one day I do become a citizen or get granted permanent residency, then I don't think I'll ever disassociate myself with the mentality of being a dreamer and a DACA recipient, because it really does shape your entire worldview. And yeah, that is all I have to say today, y'all. There's more to come, and I'm super excited, and yeah, cool, I'll see you next time, because there's a lot that it takes to be Juan, and there's a lot more than you know, and well, you're gonna find out. So yeah, cool, see you next time, bye. Oh my god. I just knocked down my entire lights. Cool, bye.